Hey YouTube, this is What a Doozy 1929 here with another episode of GTA Autos. Now, today is a special day, and just judging by how you just saw the car, the update just came out, and this is the car I bought. I didn't buy any other car. I wanted this particular car. Now, I did want the other car, but the classic one that looked like an Audi from the 80s, but I couldn't afford it. And this is just an ultimately cool car right here. This is the brand new Lampadati Tropos Rally, and the Tropos Rally is a cool looking speed rally car from the 70s. Now, this car is based off a very famous car, and that is the Lancia Stratos HF. Now, what's so special about the Lancia? If you're living in America and you're not a car nut, then you probably don't know what Lancia is. If you're a car nut, then you know what Lancia is and what they're famous for. Well, let me give you a brief history of Lancia. Lancia basically is an Italian car manufacturer, and the company wanted to do something interesting. So they brought out this car called the Lancia Stratos HF. What does HF stands for? HF stands for High Fidelity. Now, this car is very famous for winning the World Rally Championships of 1974, 1975, and 1976. 3 straight years in a row. Now, I don't know if that means to y'all, but that really means that that car was literally the best rally car in the whole group. With only 492 produced within the 5-year production period, because it was in production from 1973 to 1978. The car basically just won almost every rally competition. This thing did very well with its 148 cubic inch Dino V6 at 190 horsepower at a 5-speed manual. This thing literally just kicked dust in all the other rally cars in its week. This car basically is legendary. I don't know how many are left out there. There's no telling how much they're selling for, but I do know that they're really up in value. And this car is no exception, because this car is actually valued at a staggering, I forget, it was a staggering $816,000 I paid for. I wanted to get this one, the Ominous. Yeah, that's what it's called, Ominous. I wanted to get that car, but didn't want to get it that much. So this car basically have a choice of 2 liveries. I decided to get this nice green livery. There's another one, but didn't like it. It was like red and bluish. It didn't fit with the car for me. So we did get the update with the interaction menu. It's a little change. They have a section for the vehicles, and you get to open everything. So we're gonna open everything so we can show you everything that's cool about this car. And I've been freaking on that section. My fault. This car basically is cool. Like I said, this thing has a V6, the Dino V6. What's so special about the Dino V6? Well, what I'm thinking is the Dino V6 was probably in the Ferrari Dino, or because Ferrari had a car called the Dino, Fiat had a car called the Dino, and Lancia is Italian. Ferrari is Italian, Fiat's Italian. So the Dino V6 probably was in those cars. So the Dino V6 is a famous engine, if I'm correct. The interior is straight rally interior. There's no carpet, leather seats, and no, this is straight for rallying. And I have custom tires on here. Now, what's special I like about this car, there's 2 things I like about this car. First of all, the tire choices. This is just tuner tires, and Rockstar set it up so you can have the spare tire to match the tires that are on the car. So if I was to change the tires right now, the spare tire would have to change too. So another cool feature about this car is the headlamps or the headlights, you call as everybody calls it. The headlights, I would say, are the most coolest features on this car. There's literally only 3 cars in the Grand Theft Auto franchises that has pop-up headlights now. This car, of course, is one of them. The second car is the Hakuma from Grand Theft Auto 4, and that is basically in a late 80s Honda Accord. The last, well, technically the first car that had the pop-up headlights was, I forget the name of it, but I do have it right here with me, so give me 1 minute to find out what it was called. I literally forgot the name of the car. So I think it was the ZR something. I literally forgot. I lost it. I literally lost it. So give me 1 minute. This car is really cool. So like I said, we're over here at the airport. This is our testing. This is going to be our, like I said, this is going to be our headquarters where we're going to be testing our cars. Now, I would like to do it out in the country where there's a lot of dirt, so we can really show out how wonderful this car can handle. But I have to do the 0 to 60 timing on this car, so trying to do it on a dirt road is really difficult. So I'm just gonna basically show you the interior while I try to find the last car that had the pop-up headlights. So oh yeah, this interior is just straight cool. This it's straight rally. This is what you would use. This is what you will always see in a rally car. Special roll cage, special seats, special floor, special dash, special gauges. This thing is really cool. The RPM gauge matches the lights that are on there. This car is really cool, and I just found out the car, man. It's the last car that was on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that had the pop-up headlights was the ZR-350. Now that car is based off the That car is heavily based off the Mazda RX-7, and it's really cool how Rockstar had made another car with pop-up headlights, because pop-up headlights are starting to become a thing of the past. The last car to have pop-up headlights was the Corvette from the early to mid 2000s, and that was a really ultimately cool design, and it was a really cool feature. I'm gonna basically show you the performance of this car, because this car can really eat the road. It has a V6, so this thing is really powerful for a V6. I would say it's the least expensive. It's the third expensive car. Expensive class. No, I don't know how to explain it, but because this car is, I say, mid-price range at all the cars that were offered, but 800. I think 7. I forget. Was it 6? Around that price range, I would say it's a little bit decent, but for the performance, I would say it's not worth it, kind of, but that's all depending on who likes the car. So let me get my stopwatch ready, because this car, I don't know what's the 0 to 60 time. So it's going to be hard for me to read that thing. So let's get ready with the 0 to 60 timing, and then basically I'm going to sign off with this car. So let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, my timing was 4.73 seconds. Now, that's actually really cool. That's really actually really decent for this kind of car, especially for a rally car. So with that timing on the dirt, matter of fact, no, I can't try it on this. That's too short. But this car is really a performing car. And this thing can really handle through tight corners with elegance. So if you ever wanted to go through a tight corner, this car is the car to do it in. So should everybody buy this car? I hope everybody should buy this car, because it's really a cool car. It's a cool car, really it is. and it has lots of style, has lots of charisma. Scale of 1 to 10 with the performance, I have to give it an 8 because it's really not that fast. Style, give it a 10 because them pop-up headlights on the car, that is what make this car really cool. And there's only, like I said, 3 cars now with pop-up headlights, this being one of them. And it just basically stands out. It sticks out like a sore thumb. This car really knows how to show its style and charisma. Handling with elegance, like I said, this thing handles with elegance. So this thing's on a 10, and this thing can probably do well in dirt, just like the car is based off of. So price, I would say it's all right. It's up there. It's there. But I would think that they need to tweak some of the other prices on some of the other cars. Like, I'll give you an example, because Rockstar, I know for them it's making money. So you look at these supercars, this is what you'll usually see a supercar range around. So it might be a little bit expensive, but other than that, these price ranges go with these cars. We go to we got Southern San Andreas Super Autos, and the ominous to I would say the price range at $700,000. I like how they freaking left out that one single $1,000 on there. I would say it's a little bit overpriced. It's a little bit overpriced because an original Audi Quattro could actually can fetch between, I would say, $100,000 and $200,000. They're really hard to find. The early ones. The Tropos, I would say that's around a decent price range because the car that it's based off, they didn't make so many of them. So with its heritage and its good backgrounds in rally championships, this thing probably could fetch even more. This thing, I would say, is underpriced, so that's a shocker. Now this car, of course, is based off the Fiat 500. I hate this car. I hate small cars. $115,000, not worth it. These cars, I would say, a little bit overpriced. That's a little bit overpriced. That's overpriced. Now, what's special about this update is the Burger Shot Stallion, the Vapid Pisswasser Dominator. Did I say the Vapid Stallion? The Burger Shot Stallion and the Bravado Redwood Gauntlet. These 3 cars are free, so if I was you, I'd grab these cars really quick before these cars are not available to be free anymore. There's no telling how long this thing will be on here for free. Maybe they'll be here permanently, maybe not, but chances are Rockstar's not going to keep these 3 cars for free very long. That's not a good decision. But other than that, the Tropos, it's a cool car. It's a really cool car. In that case, this is what a doozy 1929 here, signing off with this stunning, cool car, the Lampadati Tropos. I'll see you guys in the next episode.